What's up guys, welcome back to Finance to Fly. My name is Luke and I'm here to help you elevate your travel while minimizing your spending. Today we got a new episode of Travel Rewards Weekly, What's New, where we cover all things happening in the points and mile space over the last 2 weeks. Let's jump in. First things first, we've got a bunch of new transfer bonuses. First one's going to be from Chase to all the Avios partners. That's going to be 20% up until March 31st. Then you have Capital One to iPreferred Hotels for 30% up until April 1st. And then Chase to Wyndham Rewards, which is their newest transfer partner, 30% until March 31st. All these end at the end of the month. I expect to see more transfer bonuses come out in that first 2 weeks of April as well. All of them are not terrible. I mean, you can get some good value with your Avios. You can get some good value with your Wyndham reward. I'd probably stay away from iPreferred just because I don't think there's much value in there. Best one, if I had to rank these three in order, it'd be Avios, then Wyndham, then iPreferred. Of course, if you do have a redemption coming up and you can get some outstanding value with them, I would recommend using the transfer bonus. Probably skip the 2 hotel ones for this time and just use the Avios if you can. And then last but not least on this week, I know it's a very short news week, we had a new card launch and it was the Robinhood Platinum card. And I figured I'd dedicate a little bit more time to talking about this card, get a small review in on it right now, just because I'm going to plan on posting a full-blown review on this card later this year. I figured I'd give early thoughts and insights into the card, what do I think about it, and I guess who is it for. But they announced this card, it is a $695 annual fee. The sign-up bonus is not known yet, and the earnings rates are okay. You're going to earn 10% back through hotels through the Robinhood travel portal, 5% back on restaurants up to $50,000, 5% back on flights through the Robinhood travel portal, and 1% back on everything else. This card also boasts that it comes with over $3,000 in annual credits, and just to name a few, you're getting $250 in DoorDash credits, $250 in restaurants credits, $500 in hotel credits, $300 in travel credits, $250 in autonomous rides credits, a $200 wearable credits, and then of course some subscriptions such as Robinhood Gold, Aura subscription, Function Health subscription, Amazon Health subscription, and Priority Pass, along with TSA PreCheck. It is a quick rundown, and overall you do get a lot of value from the card, but is it really worth it? For example, talking about the DoorDash credit, you're going to get $250, but it's only $10 back twice a month, only when you spend $50. So each month you have to spend $50 at least twice on DoorDash to get the full $20 back, and then you get 3 times in December. In order to get the full $250, you got to spend $1,250 on DoorDash. That would bring the total of spend you should spend on DoorDash down to only $1,000. I don't think that's terrible. If you order DoorDash once or twice a month for a family, that's a totally understandable price, and in terms of spending $50 on DoorDash, would not be hard to hit. On the other hand, if you are just spending yourself or spending one other person, and you're only using DoorDash to order Chipotle or burgers or something like that, you might not hit that $50 each time, and you might be stretching to hit that $50. You might be spending $35 with tax, tip, and all that stuff, and then you're like, oh, why don't I get the $10 back? Well, you're actually going to spend an extra $15 to hit that extra 10, and you'd be spending more money than you need to. So I think there's some pros and cons to that credit. I like the restaurant credit. It's $20 basic per month, $30 in December. Use it at one of the 15,000 restaurants that they have. It's pretty good credit. Hotel credits, $250 each biannual period. It's not bad. The travel credit is $150 each biannual period. It can be used on pretty much anything. It's actually pretty flexible, pretty good. Then the autonomous rides credit, that's $250 for autonomous rides, so like Waymo and I guess Robo-Taxi when it comes. Gonna be used. I don't think this can be used for a lot of people right now. Sure, if you look 2 to 3 years down the road, it could be a very valuable credit, but I think it's only big cities that have autonomous rides, and I don't know how approval is with all the other cities. I know like San Francisco, LA, I think New York, Chicago, I think maybe Miami and Austin, and a few other big cities like that have the autonomous rides. I just don't see if it's going to catch on, how quickly this is going to catch on to be the point where, hey, this is a valuable $20 credit that everyone can pretty much use, just like an Uber or Lyft credit. I don't see Waymos over in Cleveland, Ohio. I don't see Waymos in Columbus, Ohio, and I don't see them coming anytime soon, at least to a point where, you know, it's valuable to use a Waymo instead of a Uber or Lyft. I think this credit can have future value, but right now it's valuable to only those who live in big cities. Everything else, you know, pretty simple, straightforward. There's still some details left that haven't come out on the card, like the sign-up bonus, what you can use the variables credit for. Overall, the card is interesting. I think you can get some good value out of it, and there's no doubt in my mind you can definitely earn that annual fee back by using their travel portal. It's just when it comes to travel, I don't think of Robinhood as a travel portal I should book through, nor should I think of Robinhood with travel at all. They're a trading platform for crypto and stocks. I understand why they're trying to get into travel, because travel is pretty lucrative right now. If you can offer 10% back on hotels through travel portal, they're probably making 10% on top of that at least. So it obviously is pretty lucrative. That's why they're getting into it. And that's why pretty much everyone's getting into travel portals now. I mean, everyone that can has a travel portal, which is always interesting to see. I just don't see it catching on. Why would you book with Robinhood when you can book with Amex or Chase or Citi or Capital One or United or Delta or American or literally anyone else? I just don't see Robinhood being like, hey, I have these better perks than these other well-known, well-established travel companies. Come to me. I just don't see Robinhood having that much of a advantage over those legacy companies. That being said, of course, they have an opportunity to break into the space. If they can offer a huge credit or something with the Robinhood travel portal when you book hotels, besides the basic $100 credit, the breakfast for 2 people, and the upgrade if it's available, I mean, that's pretty much standard when you come to booking through a travel portal on a luxury hotel. Besides that, the earnings rates are okay. 5% back on restaurants is great. 10% back, 5% back to the portal is great. I'm not going to book through Robinhood for my travel. I'm either going to book direct or I'm going to book through a well-known travel portal, because who knows how well Robinhood is going to protect you in case you need to cancel or change and what those terms are like. If you're going to look at this card, I would look at the Robinhood Gold card. I like the Robinhood Gold card a lot more. This one, you're restrictive in earnings rates. You got all these credits you got to use. Why are you having Robinhood tell you where you should spend your money? Just save your money. Go get the Gold card. If you really want to use your card to earn cash back with Robinhood to be able to put into a Roth IRA, a 401k, or whatever they have, whatever investment vehicle you have with them, go to the Robinhood Gold card. It is $5 a month, or I think $50 a year. You just have to have the Robinhood Gold subscription. You earn 3% back on everything, all purchases. I value that more than the 10% through the portal or 5% through the portal, the 5% dining. If you can get 3% on everything you purchase, that's really good. And then I guess the last reason, why would you go to Robinhood? Well, they don't have any transfer partners and it's just strictly cash back. So that again points you back into the direction. If you were really looking for strictly cash back value, go to the Robinhood Gold card. Obviously with this card, there's some things that can change as it hasn't fully been released yet. We'll see that once we do the review at the end of the year. I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. Now on this card, what do you think of the 3 new transfer bonuses? What do you think of the Robinhood Platinum card? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you could hit that like and subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. Until next time, have a great day.